I'm going to walk you through the process of taking a quiz using my student ID. Okay, so you're seeing on the screen, you'll see what it looks like from a student point of view. So I'm using student Mike Barth as opposed to the instructor ID, which I use for most of these recordings. All right, so this is the entry point when you get to the start here. If I go down to the quiz, and the first quiz, quiz 1, is due this Thursday. Click on this. It gives you some information. The test has a time limit of 1 hour. The test will save and submit automatically after the time expires. You can save and resume until time has elapsed, but the timer will continue to run. The test allows multiple attempts. You get 3 attempts, and only the highest counts. And you get a due date down here, the January 11, 2018. Can't start it past the due date. All right, so when I click on this, the actual timer begins. And you'll see the timer clicking along up here. There'll be some more information that hopefully is just repeating stuff, but Blackboard remembers some stuff worse than others. I'm going to go ahead and mark the first one wrong. That's not the correct answer. And which one of the following about discussion board is most accurate? Most accurate discussion board is the same thing as the weekly quiz. Well, that's not true. Normally, students must post an original thread by 11:59 p.m. of Thursday each week. That's true. And post replies to each of the 3 different groups, A, B, and C, by 11:59 on Saturday. Well, that's all true. But we want to check the others. Discussion board postings are required, but they do not have an assigned grade. Oh, that's not correct. They're a quarter of your grade. And then students must post something in the discussion board every day. That's not correct. There's a discussion board assignment every week that goes with the weekly lesson. All right, I'm going to leave these others blank, but we can see, get down to question 7, 3 major categories of organizational forms for business. That comes out of the notes that are in the supplemental education materials for assignment 1. There's no textbook reading for assignment 1 because not all y'all will have the textbook the first week. Y'all fiddle around with that. All right, so same thing with question B, or question 8 rather, and question 9 and question 10 are coming from those notes. And then we're looking at 11 and 12, and these come from the 10K filing, management discussion and analysis, which if I don't remember what that was, I could actually just go back in here, go to my weekly lesson module, and that's the 10K filing is actually right here. There's some web links. You should have already done this, but if you haven't, that's okay. You got an hour to finish the quiz, and if you screw this up, you can just do it twice or 3 times. All right, so I could just hunt through here looking for management discussion and analysis, and that's it right there. It's one of the sections of the 10K. And then go back in here and see it's asking what page it's on. Oh, that's pretty easy. If I flip back to the 10K, and management discussion and analysis right there on page 18. All right, so that's all you got to do to go through here. I am going to submit this test and leave the rest of these things blank to show you what you can see then. Save and submit, and I left a bunch of them blank. And this is what it'll tell you. It'll tell you the ones you got wrong. Remember, I marked number 1 wrong on purpose. Number 2, it's got that green check mark. That means it's right. And selected answer, none given, means I didn't answer the rest of these. Okay? So it won't tell you the right answer until after the quiz closes out, but it'll tell you which questions you got wrong, and you can go back and try and fix them from there. All right, so once it takes you back and shows you the quiz, hit the OK button. If I want to take it again, you just click Go, Begin, and it gives you when the last time you took it. 1 of 3 attempts have been taken. You could either go back to the course, view your attempts. All right, if you click View the Attempts and then hit on the calculated grade over here, that'll open back up the quiz. Or you can simply take it again and start a new submission. The questions are all the same. Sometimes it mixes and matches them. We will tell you that when it actually, when that is the case. All right, now I want to try and answer 2 of these correct. There are no course assignments during spring break, which is the, notice that these should shift around every time I do it, so there's no, the order changes when you take the quizzes. All right, so discussion boards are, that's the right answer there. All right, notice that when I thumb down through here, it also automatically saved those. I didn't have to tell it to save, but you can save and submit. I'm going to go over here. Give me the first 2 are right now. And if I go here and try and begin, view all attempts, now you have both of them, okay? The highest score is the only one that counts, so I've got a 2 so far on this. The 1 is not counted. All right, so if you want to open each of these, remember the calculated grade is actually a link. And if you go to check my grades, you can also do the same thing here. If you open this up, it'll open the same thing, right? So if you go to check my grades, quiz 1, it takes you to that same screen. And if you want to check your quizzes, just click on the particular submission number.